Love life, love work. Life refers to the activity ability of an organism. The thinking ability, labor ability, and all other activities including talking, walking, eating, blinking, tickling are the expression of life forms. Life is 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. The first one refers to the physical flesh and the other one refers to the spiritual entity. The combination of the two parts of flesh and spiritual entity constitute a complete life. Flesh without the spiritual entity is a dead body, and the spiritual entity without flesh cannot move in the three-dimensional space. Flesh is like a computer's hardware, and spiritual entity is like the computer's software. Without software, the best computer can be nothing but useless trash. Therefore, the flesh is the carrier, namely the vehicle of the spiritual entity, and the latter is the true essence of life. Our flesh is given by our parents, but our spiritual entity is given by the greatest Creator. Therefore, love life is to protect our flesh, to show respects to our parents, and love spiritual entity, to revere the greatest Creator. Life is above everything. Love life is to respect parents and revere to the greatest Creator. Persecuting life is to contempt to parents, and is to fight against the greatest Creator. Every life is equal. No one's life is nobler than another's life. So, no matter how many sufficient and noble reasons he has get, as long as he brings harm to his own life or others' life, then it is a sin. The people who love life must be the ones who love peace. Every war provoked for the interests of tribe, race, nationality, country, religion, political parties, no matter how noble the reason is to commit crime to human beings. No one has the right to harm other people's life. Death penalty is a kind of crime. Regardless of how heinous and unpardoned the prisoners are, as long as they are arrested and imprisoned and their freedom is confined and their rights of being an average person are deprived, that will be enough. No need to fight ruthless against ruthless, and evil to evil. Abortion is not a crime. One cannot take for granted that the life is formed as soon as the eggs meet the sperm. The life of fetus is only formed 10 days or so in antenatal, and it starts when the spiritual entity from another space enters the fetus flesh through space tunnel by the anode black hole body. Before that, the fetus is just flesh with no spiritual entity. Its activity is the continuation of the maternal parent life. It lives when the parent body lives and dies when the parent body dies. This is like building a house. We lay the foundation, build walls and roofs, install doors and windows. Only when everything is ready and people move in, the house can become a home. We can't regard a deserted house as a home. We surely cannot take a building with only 4 walls and without windows or doors as a home. The first principle of loving life is to revere to the greatest Creator. The second principle of loving life is to respect our parents, because our flesh comes from our parents, without whom our life would be spirit that wandering in the other space and impossible to come to this world. In the man's world, we see many people take time and energies in the pursuit of money, fame, and let their parents pass their time lonely and desperately. We also find that a lot of people spend money to worship the gods and Buddha statue, and let their parents to live their last years of life in an isolated and helpless condition. We also know that there are other people burn incense and kneel down to the gods and Buddha from a long distance than to show care and concern by visiting their parents. Respecting your parents is to show gratitude, and to pay back the debts and to fulfill your wishes and to gain perfect human nature. But it is not the purpose of life. The third principle of loving life is to love work. Every activity that creates material and spiritual wealth by using the combination of mind and hands is called work. Material wealth refers to the material entity independent from the consciousness, visible, touchable and useful. The spiritual wealth refers to something that can arouse and encourage in people's heart and spirit and can withstand the test of time and have impact on human beings, such as thoughts, philosophy, literature, painting, music, songs and dance, drama, movies, etc. Working is the noblest human activity to keep healthy in life, gain happiness and survive in the world. All human achievements are the result of labor. Look down upon work or belittle the value of work is the symbol of lacking human nature and the philosophy of parasite's life. Work is mainly embodied in the activities of scientists, engineers and workers, farmers, writers, thinkers, artists, including lyric and music composer, television movie producer, etc. Trim a piece of lawn, boil a pot of cold water, make a dish, make a hairdo, design a style, sew a dress, remove a pile of junk, plant a potted flower, plant a tree, write a novel, cultivate a talented person, make a prescription, and deliver a baby and others all belong to the category of work. Activities such as inviting guests and sending gifts, traveling for fun, keeping fit or exercising, eating, drinking, pulling, and peeing do not belong to the scope of work. Stealing and robbing, cheating and blackmailing, dividing the plunder and reaping the profits do not belong to the working category. In a society, only when the whole social society respects working, involves in working, it can be regarded as an ideal society full of human nature. Life is not classified as high or low, neither does labor. A society has no respect to working will inevitably become society of not knowing right or wrong, good or evil, with distorted human nature, and reversed society, a society of unfair, unreasonable, injustice, unhappiness. The society will be incentive to corruption, encourage laziness, creating evil, advocating buckish, will be a vicious cycle and bound to be ruined. Love work is love life. Despise work is to destroy life. Everything can be labeled with a price except life. Everything should be centered on life from career, freedom, prosperity, glory, peace to ideal. What is the purpose of all these without life? Although life is tenacious, it is very frail and delicate. We have to take care of it all the time and everywhere. We are not expecting life to bloom gorgeous flowers and bear bumper fruit. We only hope that our life is like stream, joyfully singing, running through the creeks, ravines, fields, and valleys from the fountain of life smoothly flow into the sea the arms of life without being dry up in the midway. Let's love life, eulogize life and praise life. Let the tree of life be green forever. Let's hope every life can safely reach the ideal land.